out where the oak tree marks our names. The wind burns, cuts deep like wildfire flames. Hearing the whisper of the tall grass bends, your laughter echoes where the horizon ends. We carved our dreams in that old porch wood under stars, believing everything could. Wind burns like the tears we never cried, lost words in the gusts of prairie nights. My heart's wrapped tight in a dusty scarf's holding the saddle of sorrow through the land so cold. Wind burns and the memories just whirl, scattered like leaves in a long, lonesome swirl. Once the cabin smiled with candlelight, now shadows curl in the corners of night. The gravel roads where we used to roam now lead my weary boots to roam alone. Rain taps softly on window pane glass in the rhythms of a time that's past. Wind burns like the tears we never cried, lost words in the gusts of prairie nights. My heart's wrapped tight in a dusty scarf's holding the saddle of sorrow through the land so cold. Wind burns and the memories just whirl, scattered like leaves in a long, lonesome swirl. I whisper to the setting sun, forgive all the things we left undone in the twilight. Every shadow knows we're just prisoners of the winds that blow. Wind burns, the trails end I've yet to find, fading tracks of the dreams left behind. But in the silence there's a song that yearns for one more dance where the wind still burns. Yes, in the silence there's a song that yearns for one last dance where the wind still burns. Stood in the back of the chapel pews, wore my cleanest boots, old Sunday blues. You walked the aisle in satin white, while I hid pain behind polite. Your mama smiled, your daddy cried. The preacher spoke of groom and bride, and I just sipped my flask real slow, try not to let my sorrow show. She married someone else today, and I just smiled and walked away. No toast, no tears, no loud regret, just memories I can't forget. I let her go like a man should do, but Lord knows I still bled through. I clapped my hands, I wished her well, while dying quietly in my shed. We danced once back in 22, under fairground lights and sky so blue. She said forever, I said too, but sometimes always don't pull through. Now he holds the hand I used to kiss, and she wears pride, not cowardice. Guess he gave what I could not, a little piece, a better shot. She married someone else today, and I just stood too proud to stay. I drove off slow with windows down, let my heartache fill this town. She was my flame, she chose the rain, and I'm just learning to love the pain. So if you ask, I'll never tell. She smiles, but deep inside I ran for miles. She married someone else today, and I still feel her drift away. But I won't beg, I won't complain, just raise my glass to love's remains. Let her believe I'm doing fine, even if I'm breaking line by line. She's gone for good and I can't dwell, 'cause she married someone else. And I stood there like hell. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where wild winds whispered you to me, the earth smelled sweet after the rain. Your laughter echoed, eased the pain. We carved our love on that aged bark, promised forever beneath the stars. But storm stays long on this lonesome ridge. Your scarf still dances on the broken bridge. My heart rides trails where we once roamed. In every sunset I ride alone. The winds may settle, the dust may lay, but in my soul the storm stays. Now the porch swing sways with no delight. That old cabin veiled in twilight. The gravel road bears no more your trace, only footprints that time can't erase. Where once our dreams like wildflowers bloom, now stand silence in quiet gloom. Yes, storm stays harsh on this weary heart. Your memory lingers, though we're apart. The saddle's empty, the night sky sprawls against the echo of your distant calls. The rains may cleanse, the oak may sway, but in my heart the storm stays. I wandered past where laughter dwelled, underneath the heavens we once held. Each step away stretches like miles on the trails of our lost smiles. As the storm stays deep in the folds of night, and I'm left alone with these fading lights. No more you, just the wind's soft cries and the haunting of our last goodbyes. Though time moves on, my world decays under the endless stormy grays. In every shadow love betrays. Here in my heart the storm stays.
in the shadow of the old oak tree, where the creek sings low. We carved our names, young and bold, in the bar, whispering so. Underneath that heaven stretch, where wild horses roam, I told you dreams of dusty trails, not yet knowing about the roads we'd comb. But unspoken words, they burn like the western sunset's glow, leaving shadows neath my eyes where your laughter used to flow. And every gust of prairie wind carries whispers sweet and stern of what I should have said, for those bridges learned to burn. Now the porch creak's empty, where your scarf once danced and breezed, and the saddle lays forgotten, with no one left to please. The cabin's bare as the desert's soul, the gravel road's been tamed, just echoes of your footsteps in a town that forgot my name. Unspoken words, they burn like the western sunset's glow, leaving shadows neath my eyes where your laughter used to flow. And every gust of prairie wind carries whispers sweet and stern of what I should have said, for those bridges learned to burn. Now where rivers run, the willows weep, and time peels at the barn, I learned that love's a keeper of the flame that never warms. Could those whispered winds, my darling, to your heart return? Or do they wander lost like me beneath the stars that yearn? So unspoken words, they burn like the western sunset's glow, fading trails and twilight's dust where our memories refuse to go. The night's cold blanket falls, the coyote lonely yearns for unspoken words that echo deep in the fire that always burns.
Out on the edge where the wild oaks stand, I found a scarf, blue as the deep night sky, on Lonesome Hill where our dreams ran free, beneath the boundless, ever watchful eye. Oh, Lonesome Hill sleeps, but I'm wide awake, with the ghost of your whisper dancing in the wind. The sunset paints your absence in shade so deep, where the trail of our love grew cold and thin. The porch still creaks like it's calling out the shadows that sway where you once stood by. Rain taps the roof in a slow, sad rhythm, speaking of tears that an old sky cried. Oh, Lonesome Hill sleeps, but I'm wide awake, feeling the brush of your laughter, light as a breeze. Every star up above is a memory faded, caught in the branches of old oak trees. I've ridden past the echoes of our laughter, down gravel roads that know my silent plea. In the heart of the dust where my tears fall is the piece of my soul that you took from me. Yes, Lonesome Hill sleeps, and perhaps so should I, in the cradle of the valley where my heart lies low. Letting go of the reins under the vast old sky, where the winds of yesterday softly blow. So ride on, my sorrow, ride on through the night. Lonesome Hill sleeps, and that I must learn to say goodbye. Underneath that ancient oak, where whispers cling to shadows, there's a house with peeling paint and a porch that's seen the gallows. She'd sway in that old hammock, scarf catching the breeze. Every sunset painted her smile, now it's just me and these memories. Porch closed her eyes, the world grew old and gray. Her laughter's just an echo in the winds that drift away. Where once we carved our names in wood, now only time resides. On that porch where dreams like rivers flowed tonight, it closed its eyes. Those gravel roads we wandered, now overgrown and less traveled. Our cabin's heart is silent, the door unhinged and unraveled. The saddle rests untouched by dawn, the stirrups lay in rust. Since the day the whispers in the oak said, leave you must. Porch closed her eyes, the world grew old and gray. Her laughter's just an echo in the winds that drift away. Where once we carved our names in wood, now only time resides. On that porch where dreams like rivers flow tonight, it closed its eyes. Oh, the dust ain't just on the road, it's settled in my soul. Every storm that tried to cleanse me just left a deeper hole. But those storms, they bring the rain, and the rain will end the drought. Maybe water will erase the marks of all we wrote about. Porch closed her eyes, now I roam through endless skies. Her ghost a fleeting shadow beneath the moon's watchful eyes. Where once our love was bold and free, now the night just softly sighs. On that porch where we dared to dream forever, closed her eyes. With each note strummed and each word sung, the lonesome breeze carries away a piece of the past, mixing the dust and memories into the sunset, leaving the heart yearning for a time when the porch was still alive, with a sound of laughter and love. In the shadow of the oak, where the soft whisper spoke, I first saw her silhouette in the fading light. Beneath the broad brim hat, her eyes like twilight sat. On the porch of Agewood, we shared dreams of flight. Her laugh breezed through chimes in those golden times, where the dust danced with the wind in a lover's sigh. Oh, the sunset held tight to the edges of night, echoes of her voice in the cool evening air. Riding trails now overgrown, these memories I own. The sun dipping low as if to disappear. Years rode by on storms, through the cold and warmth. Old cabin creaks alone like my weary bones. That gravel road untraced, by time itself erased. Her scarf faded blue, all that's left to own. From the saddle of my past to the horizon's vast, echoes of hoofbeats, now just a heart turned to stone. Oh, the sunset held tight to the edges of night, echoes of her voice in the cool evening air. Riding trails now overgrown, these memories I own. The sun dipping low as if to disappear. Underneath the stars glow, where the quiet rivers flow, I reckon hearts like ours were born to roam. But every setting sun, like a bullet from a gun, reminds me of the love that I once called home. Oh, the sunset held tight to the edges of night, where whispers in the wind still softly roar. By the empty roads I tread, under skies fiery red, I hold to the sunset forevermore. Yes, I hold to the sunset forevermore. In the shade of an old oak tree, where the earth holds secrets deep, we carved our names, young and free, on a heart as wide as the rolling sweet. Your scarf, it danced a dusty red in the winds of that wild sacred land, where the porch creaked neath the weight we tread, and our future lay like the grains of sand. And the sunset sank with a heavy sigh into the arms of the aching sky, your whisper lost in the coyote's cry as the stars lit up your goodbye. I ride these trails worn and bleak, with your memory a treasure I seek. In the fading light your voice still speaks, but it's just the silence, so vast, so deep. Now the oak tree stands there all alone, its leaves whispering tales of the past. The names we etched now barely shown, like shadows that the sun has cast. That old cabin, our love's sweet home, sits empty as time has willed. The gravel road once ours to roam, with the echo of our laughter still. And the sunset sank with a heavy sigh to the arms of the aching sky. Your whisper lost in the coyote's cry as the stars watched us say goodbye. Each dusty trail, each silent plea brings me back to you endlessly. In the twilight's glow, you're all I see, yet I'm just a ghost in our memory. Oh, these hills hold the breath of your grace, and the rains fall like tears on my face. With each storm a bit more I erase, but never the pain of your empty space. So the sunset sinks with a heavy sigh beneath clouds like an old weary lie. I'm riding on, though my heart can't deny part of me vanished when you said goodbye. In the crimson fade I bear the mark of love lost deep in the veil dark. With each setting sun I embark towards tomorrow with your shadow in my heart.
There by the rusted gate at Johnson's farm, where the oak shadow stretched to hide her charm, she laughed, her voice a soft and tender breeze. Now only whispers float on through the trees. Desert sun painted gold on her brown hair. Each sunset we breathe like a whispered prayer. Oh, how the rusted gate lingers on, holding memories. Now she's gone. The wind still carries the scent of rain through empty cabins, long gravel lanes. And my heart beats beneath the weight of love that's locked behind that rusted gate. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds across plains. Cowboy boots tread paths where dust remains. That porch we built, now worn an empty shell. Echoes of laughter, a distant farewell. The scarf she left, faded now and frayed on the saddle lies of journeys delayed. Oh, how the rusted gate lingers on, holding memories. Now she's gone. The wind still carries the scent of rain through empty cabins, long gravel lanes. And my heart beats beneath the weight of love that's locked behind that rusted gate. Under the vast unyielding starlit skies, I understand now with these older eyes. Every trail I ride, each road I roam, leads me further from yet closer to home. Yes, the rusted gate lingers on, a testament of love long gone. The wind whispers secrets to the night in the heart of a cowboy where lost loves ignite. So here I'll stay beneath the weight of dreams that rusted with that gate. Out on the back road drifts by the oak tree's mighty bend, where the sunset paints the dust, I recall your scarf of red. We danced beneath the stars on that rough old wooden porch. Your laughter mingled with the breeze in those days before the scorch. And oh, how the winds cry out your name along the lonesome prairie where my heart lays claim. Each dusty trail a line from a forgotten song, and back road drifts, my love, is where you belong. Years wore down the leather of my saddle and my skin. Gravel roads took you away with the rains that rolled in. That old porch now creaks alone, cabins empty of your light. I wander with the shadows stretch into the night. Oh, how the winds cry out your name. In the silence of the wild, does the echo feel the same? Each withered oak a testament to dreams we can't revive. On back road drifts, my dear, our love no more to thrive. The rivers never ask the mountains about their missing snow. Why then do I seek your warmth in every cold wind's blow? An old scarf left behind on a branch, it gently sways, a token of the past in the twilight of our days. So listen to the wind, hear it sing the saddest hymns of a cowboy lost in time in the back road drift's dim whims. But every sunset's fire and each trail's dusty end brings me back to you and the heart I can't mend. In the shadow of the mesa where the wild sagebrush grows stands a shell of an old house where my bittersweet wind blows. Its timbers cracked by time like lines upon my face, whispered tales of scarlet scarves and soft tender grace. Oak tree by the porch now withered, gnarled and gray. Underneath its boughs our dreams first saw the light of day. Oh, the old house died young with our love locked inside. Windows boarded up where our laughter used to hide. Now the evening shadows weep as the stars refuse to shine in the old house that died young on the hill that ceased to pine. There's a saddle worn and dusty, hasn't seen a horse in years, and the path up to the doorway's choked with thorns instead of cheers. Gravel road that led to town, now reclaimed by the earth, like the trails we traced in youth, not knowing their full worth. Rain taps on the rooftop like the rhythm of your shoes. dancing on the wooden floors to the tune we'd never choose. Yes, the old house died young with our dreams still in its halls, silent as the echo of our steps within these walls. Every creaking floorboard moans beneath the weight of time in the old house that died young, where your hand slipped out of mine. Now I wander lands unending, under skies that know my plight, a lone rider tracing sunsets haunted by the coming night. With every step away, your memory pulls like the moon, guiding me back to a porch where we once kissed in June. Oh, the old house died young, but my heart lives there still, on that weathered old porch and in the chill of twilight's thrill, as the stars dare to glimmer on this lonesome ghostly plume. I'm the keeper of the echoes in the old house that died young. Let the wind sing through the oak, let the dust cover the door, for a cowboy rides alone, not homebound anymore. Yet in every whispering breeze and in every shift of sand is the old house that died young, and a love that still stands.
Underneath the oak tree's weathered limb, where the porch swing used to rock in the wind, your scarf tied to the gnarled bark, keeping watch like a lighthouse in the dark. I remember how the dust would dance to the slow sweet tune of our summer romance, and that old cabin with its creaking doors, where our shadows stretch across wooden floors. Oh, the porch burns in the setting sun, all the golden hues we once walked upon. Now the wind whispers through empty rails, carrying tales of our love grown pale. Years have turned gravel to overgrown grass, and trails we walk now, memories past. That swing hangs silent, no laughter rings, just the ghost of your giggle and the sadness it brings. The rains came and washed away the footprints we left on those sun-baked clay, and I ride these plains just a shadow alone, searching for a heart that once felt like home. Oh, the porch burns in the fading light, echoes of footsteps disappearing into the night. Now the wind moans through broken seams, stirring the dust of our shattered dreams. By the hearth where a fire once roared so bright, now only cold ashes remain in the night. Yet in every spark that once flew so high is a star I see when I look to the sky. So the porch burns and I whisper your name, the flames of what was, not the embers to blame. Still the wind carries my lonely sighs underneath these endless starlit skies. The porch burns and so does my heart on this lonesome land where we're worlds apart. Yet in every sunset that bleeds and dies is the color of your eyes. Down by the river, under the whispering oak, you wore a silk scarf the day the old words were spoke. Your laughter mingled with the rustling leaves. We carved our names, a promise neath the eaves. But the river, it rambles, much like my heart from that hallowed ground. We drifted apart. Oh, the river waits for no man's sorrow, rolls on like there's no tomorrow. Yet in its song I find my regrets, a love lost in its currents I can't forget. Now the porch swings empty, the dust settles slow, where once the sunset painted your glow. The cabin stands quiet on a road seldom crossed. The trail to your heart now overgrown, lost. Left my saddle by the door, worn and spare, like the soul within me, weathered and bare. Yes, the river waits for no man's sorrow, rolls on like there's no tomorrow. Yet in its song I find my regrets, a love lost in its currents I can't forget. I see you in the whisper winds, in the eagle's flight, on gravel roads at the fall of night. Is this the place where old ghosts dance, where I turn my back on one last chance? For the river waits, and I must too, in its lonely hymn. I'm still with you, where waters flow, my heart remains bound forever in its refrain. The river waits, and it knows my fate. In every sunset you whisper, wait. This cowboy sings in the wind, love's echo lost where the river bends. Neath an old oak tree shade I found a wagon wheel worn by the journey it made. Sitting there I traced the spokes and saw your scarf so light, flutter like a ghost dance in the fading evening light. Oh, wagon wheel held tight in hands that now are gone, rolled us across the wild plains to dreams now overdrawn. Creek whispers your name through the willow's mournful sigh. Underneath that oak tree is where my heart lies. The cabin's now empty where your laughter filled the room. Porch is silent and dusty under melancholy's gloom. Saddlebags packed with dreams now just collect the rain. That lone gravel road won't hear you sing again. Oh, wagon wheel held tight in hands that now are gone, rolled us across the wild plains to dreams now overdrawn. The wind carries sorrow where our wildflowers used to bloom. In the heart of the empty cabin I still wait in the gloom. Twilight, a reminder of the love that's died. But these wandering trails, they keep edge of dusty Elmsville by the creek where willows grow, I found an oak's embrace beneath her shade, her love did glow. We carved our names within its skin, a heart forever bound, and laid beneath the endless sky on a quilt upon the ground. Her laughter danced like silver bells across the open plains, each memory a golden thread in the fabric of my reins. Oh, the saddle's tied down, but my heart's running wild through fields of her whisper and the soft somber smile. By the porch light she'd fade like a ghost in the gown. Each sunset bleeds deeper with my saddle tied down. Now the porch swings alone and the cabin door wails, the gravel road's untaken, lined with untold tales, where the laughter echoed now but whispers in the breeze. Her scarf still hangs upon the hook, unworn yet fails to ease. The trails we rode have overgrown like scars that time can't heal, every hoofbeat in the dust, a reminder she's not real. Oh, the saddle's tied down, my heart's running wild through fields of her whisper and the soft somber smile. By the porch light she'd fade like a ghost in the gown. Each sunset bleeds deeper with my saddle tied down. In the silence of the oak tree where our names slowly fade, I've learned love's a fleeting shadow, in the twilight it's late. Though the rains pull me forward to the vast uncharted lands, her memory's a compass etched deeply in my hands. Oh, the saddle's tied down and my tears mix with the ground. On this lonesome rugged journey, it's her love that I found. As the stars claim the night and the cold settles down, I'm a shadow in the saddle, forever tied down. So I ride through the whispers where our wild dreams once flew, a cowboy lost in time's embrace under skies eternally blue. Each sunset brings her closer in the dusk's embracing crown, till the trails end at forever with my saddle tied down.
In the shadow of the oak tree's ancient arms, where the wildflowers whisper to the dawn, I saw her last where the river kissed the farm. Her smile a fleeting summer's sweetest charm, but her eyes like dust chasing day shut the door on our love, turned my sky to gray. Her eyes shut the door, left a silence in the wind, echoes of footsteps where our dreams had been. The porch lights faded, no more shadows cast. Her eyes shut the door on the future, on the past. The saddles gather dust, the cabin's cold and bare, gravel roads when lead me to nowhere. Each sunset bleeds into a lonesome hue. The trails we walked are fading just like the truth, in the town where laughter danced in her voice, now stands a quiet, hollow, forgotten choice. Her eyes shut the door, left a silence in the wind, echoes of footsteps where our dreams had been. The porch lights faded, no more shadows cast. Her eyes shut the door on the future, on the past. Now the rain speaks soft on the old tin roof, a symphony for ghosts, a bitter truth. A scarf she left still smells like pine, a token of love lost, not left behind. Her eyes shut the door and the night steals in. I'm a shadow in the dust, a might have been, as the stars look down with indifferent light. Her eyes shut the door, but my heart holds tight. Her eyes shut the door, I'm lost yet wrong. Her eyes shut the door on this heart, her home.
Out where the red oak stands, guarding the dusty plains, there's an old house that lingers beneath the skies of gray. Creaking on its porch, it holds secrets of the breeze, where we once watched the sunset, you, the mountains, and me. Oh, the wind still whisper your name through the door. Old house moans neath the weight of the love we wore. Every plank and nail soaked with the rains of time, aches with the memory of when you were mine. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds past this broken trail. Your scarf still hangs on the hook, faded, worn, and frail. That old saddle rests untouched where you left it last, by the empty cabin in the shadows that you cast. Oh, the wind still whisper your name through the door. Old house groans neath the weight of the love we wore. Every plank and nail soaked with the rains of time, aches with the memory of when you were mine. Underneath the starlit cloak I roam these lands alone. Echoes of our laughter in the twilight softly moan. I've wandered far, yet here's where my weary heart stays, in the quiet whispers of those golden bygone days. Yes, the wind still whisper your name, a haunting tender sore. Old house stands neath the sky, bearing the love we bore. Every sunrise and set paints your face in the divine, lost in the forever where you're eternally mine. Oh, this old house lingers like the heart I can't restore. In the gray dawn, by the oak tree shade, where the cold morning sank into my bones, I traced your name once in the frozen earth, beneath where our whispered dreams had flown. Old Porch Creek, like it shared my heart's ache, echoing footsteps, you danced and grazed. The wind soft moaned through the cabin's crack, plays an old remembrance I can't erase. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh, and the gravel road still talk. My heart's tied to the dust, where the sunset's bled and dry. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. A turned up collar against the stinging rain, your scarf still fragrant, lost its warmth long ago. I wander through these ghostly empty rooms where echoes paint your shadow in soft mournful tones. The saddle sits unused, the leather cracked like the lines now deeply etched upon my face. Each step away from you, time's harsh track leaves me wandering in our lost embrace. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh, and the gravel road still talk. My heart's tied to the dust, where the sunset's bled and dry. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. I've held the prairie's endless gaze, its whispering embrace. It tells me you're still out there in the wild's timeless grace. Maybe these old boots, worn and frayed, will bring me back someday to where the oak tree shadows lay, and all my hopes decay. So I'll sit here with the silence where you once walked. Let the shadows keep your laughter and the gravel roads we talk. My heart's tied to the dust, where our sunsets used to fade. Beneath cold morning's echo, where my weary head is laid. Oh, under these endless skies, I find no release, but in every whispered wind, there's a piece of your peace. Under the shade of the old oak tree, there's a grave carved with your name and a part of me. We laid our love 'neath the whispering leaves, where the wind tells stories and my heart believes. Those summer nights by the creek's soft glow, your laughter mingled with the river's flow. Oh, my heart wears the scars of your memory, like the trails worn deep in the prairie by me. Every sunset paints your face in the skies, and the tear-blurred horizon where my solace lies. Grave carved in the land, grave carved in my soul, where I buried my love, and you left a hole. The seasons turn like the pages of a book, from the golden autumns to the winters we shook. The cabin's empty where your scarf lay, on the porch where we danced in the shade we made.
Now the gravel road just leads to the past, where shadows grow long and nothing can last. Oh, my heart wears the scars of your memory, like the trails worn deep in the prairie by me. Every sunset paints your face in the skies, in the tear-blurred horizon where my solace lies. Grave carved in the land, grave carved in my soul, where I buried my love, and you left a hole. With a lonesome stride, the echo of hooves my only guide. But the dust won't settle and the rain won't clean the parts of this earth where you've once been. Deep in the night I admit to the stars, I'm just a shadow tethered to the scars. Oh, my heart wears the scars of your memory, like the trails worn deep in the prairie by me. Every sunset's a whisper of your voice in the wind, a call to a home I can't find again. Grave carved in the wild under sky so bold, in the heart of the land, in the depths of my soul, where I buried my love with the secrets we told, underneath the oak where the earth holds cold.
In the gray dawn, by the oak tree shade, where the cold morning sank into my bones, I traced your name once in the frozen earth, beneath where our whispered dreams had flown. Old Porch Creek like it shared my heart's ache, echoing footsteps where you danced in grace. The wind soft moaned through the cabin's crack, plays an old remembrance I can't erase. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh and the gravel road still talk. My heart's tied to the dust where the sunsets bled and dried. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. A turned up collar against the stinging rain, your scarf still fragrant, lost its warmth long ago. I wander through these ghostly empty rooms where echoes paint your shadow in soft, mournful tones. The saddle sits unused, the leather cracked, like the lines now deeply etched upon my face. You step away from you through time's harsh track, leaves me a wander in our lost embrace. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh and the gravel road still tall. My heart's tied to the dust where the sunsets bled and dried. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. I've held the prairie's endless gaze, its whispering embrace. It tells me you're still out there in the wild's timeless grace. Maybe these old boots, worn and frayed, will bring me back someday to where the oak tree shadows lay and all my hopes decay. So I'll sit here with the silence where you once walked. Let the shadows keep your laughter and the gravel roads we talked. My heart's tied to the dust where our sunsets used to fade. Beneath cold morning's echo where my weary head is laid. Oh, under these endless skies I find no release, but an
a piece of your peace.